Good morning, Brickitecters. It's a beautiful Sunday morning, and today we find ourselves in a nice little meadow here. Got a little bit of wind sound in the background. If this is your first time attending a Good Morning Brickitecters, this is a place where I just chat to you guys, or chat with you guys. I don't chat to you, I chat with you. And we just kind of hang out here. I talk about whatever you want to talk about, whether it's Lego, non-Lego. It could be anything and everything. And usually there's some type of takeaway from these. Sometimes it's amazing, sometimes it's ultra amazing. But no matter what, you guys are the ones that make this whole entire, I don't know if you want to call this a podcast or what it is, but it's mostly just an audio thing. So you guys make it awesome, and anything you guys want to talk about, throw it out there if you're here live. If you're watching this after the fact, I recommend just listen to this while you're doing something else, because there's not going to be too much to see. It's just a audio presentation. So what is up with everybody? I know it's not always morning for everyone that's watching this. I see it's afternoon for a few people, but for me it's morning, and I like doing these things Sunday mornings for some reason. It's not a religious thing, it's just something I really enjoy, and these are some of my favorite streams to do. So I just want to welcome everyone in here. First question I got today is, do I play Minecraft? I do play Minecraft. I have it for PlayStation 4. I have it for my iPad. I've played it on both. I'm not good on either of them. I kind of did one of those things where I got like wicked addicted to it, and then I kind of just gave up on it. And I'm trying to maybe get back into it. It's just, for me to play video games, it's hard to find the time to do it. I just feel like I just put all of my time into YouTube, which is probably for the best, considering that's something that earns income for me. We're getting compliments. Everyone's saying hi. Thank you so much, you guys, for coming in here and hanging out with me. I'm just getting warmed up as we speak here, but I do really appreciate you taking time out of your day, whether it's morning, afternoon, night, whenever it is, just to hang out with me here for a little bit and talk. Oh, we got another question here. This is a question that I've never gotten, so I appreciate the new question. Cameron asks, do you or Cody smoke? No, we do not smoke. I'm really not a fan of smoking at all. I don't like the way it smells. It's just not good. My parents both smoked, and I learned from them that you definitely should not smoke. It's just bad things come of it. So if you guys do smoke, if any of you smoke, I hope you don't, but if you do, try to quit. Find some healthier habits in your life. Oh no, not this message. I was dreading this message. Titanium J says, I go back to school tomorrow. No! When you go back to school, it means my life changes too, because Mrs. Brickitect's a teacher, and she goes back to school. And when she goes back to school, my life gets a lot more complicated, because I don't have another person here with me. So it's me and Clark, trying to take care of him, running YouTube channels, doing all this stuff, taking care of a house, getting groceries, making dinner. It's like Mr. Mom type stuff, but I think it can make some really cool vlog footage. I'm going to try to do a better job this year of documenting things outside of Lego. I spent so much of my life on Brickitect in the last year, which has been a good thing, but I need to show more of like the life. And that's my amazing life. Not really. It's but I want to do a lot of that in Greg's World, and I think a lot of you guys are probably subscribed over there, so that should be cool. But yeah, I'm really sad that summer's coming to an end. We've run all of our vacations for the year, and now it's just basically a week and a half left that we have until school goes back in, and everything goes back to how it used to be, and I'm sad. Sound is low. Let me see if we can bump it up here for you. If you want to, you can probably, let's see, you can probably turn up your speakers, but it should sound okay. I just cranked it up a little bit. I don't want it to peak too bad. Let me know how that sounds. If you guys can hear the wind in the background, let me know that too. I got a recommendation again for doing gaming videos. Yeah, it's going to happen. I want to wait until Clark gets a little older. I want to do the gaming with him. I think that would be really cool. And if I can turn it into some type of YouTube channel, I think that would be justification of the time that I put into it. And I think that would be something that's really cool, and I think there's a big what word am I looking for? I guess what I'm trying to say is there's a lot of people that watch the Lego stuff that I think are probably also into video games and would enjoy that as well. Let me know how the sound's sounding now, guys. What's my favorite thing to do besides Lego? Shoot videos, edit videos, upload videos, and read comments. What's my favorite thing to do outside of YouTube? Dang, like probably watch movies, I suppose. My whole life is YouTube. I guess that's something I could talk about. I think I've talked about this before a little bit. I am really bad at balancing my life. When I do something, I go all in, I get obsessed with it, and YouTube has been that thing for me for a number of years. And I mean, I like to say that it was worth it and it's paid off, and it has, but I should probably find more balance. I don't know where people find time to do other things, because I just like put everything into what I'm doing here. Cameron says you can play Minecraft on Brickitect as it is like Lego, but virtually. Yeah, I mean, there are some similarities there. I could show things that I've built and stuff. I'll probably do the gaming stuff here on this channel. I'm not going to do another channel. Everyone always asks, am I going to make a Brickitect gaming channel? Nah, probably not. Making a new channel on YouTube is just a giant pain. And I feel like since it's going to be sort of like a live thing, I'd like to stream this stuff live and probably not edit it at any point. I might as well just do it here. There's a question from Resistance Speeder, not Renaissance Speeder, Resistance Speeder Pilot. Will you continue to build Classic Town, Classic Land? At this point, I've put it on the back burner. I've built 1.5 rides for it. I think it's something that I'm going to do, and I've been thinking about what I'm going to do once I get out of the backlog, which is it's getting down there, and also once I get caught up on Lego sets. Because if you think about the fact that I'm making videos pretty much every day, and you think about how many Lego sets come out a year, and you think about how many of those I actually buy, I'm not going to have enough content to fill every day. So I feel like Classic Land is something that's going to come back. But right now my focus needs to be, and I want it to be, on getting through the sets that I have. And we get stuff in the mail, and I want to share that. There's just so much to do in so little time, I feel like. If you are just tuning in, welcome to the stream. This is basically a podcast where I just answer your questions and talk about topics that you guys want to talk about. It doesn't have to be a question. It could be something that you'd like me to expand upon or cover, something that you want to know about me, something that you want to know about something I'm interested in, my thoughts on various things. I cover everything here. So if you're watching this live, that's what we're here for. Oh, Sega is mentioning here that he got a Death Star super cheap, and he's saying that he has around 400 pieces. Or I'm missing around 400 pieces. Oh, no. Okay, that's why it was so cheap. He tells me about this epic deal that he got, and I was really intrigued. Missing 400 pieces. That's not good. Okay, but they're all easy to find. That's good. Here's a question. Do I like to cook? Not really. I don't like to do things that are temporary, like cleaning. I feel like that's a temporary activity, because once you do it, it's like like things start to become dirty again. So cleaning is an activity I don't like to do. Cooking, I really don't like to do. I'm a much bigger fan of eating than cooking, and it's just the time that it takes. But it is kind of rewarding, I suppose, to make a meal. Maybe I'll start vlogging some of my meal preps and things like that we do. But I'm not. I definitely don't consider cooking to be one of my hobbies or one of my strengths. I'd much rather be doing what I'm doing right now. Titanium J asks, "Do you or Cody know what AP classes are?" I've got 5 of them. Yes, that's for the people that are very smart. So I'm proud of you for being in there, man. Cameron asks, "Do I like Funko Pops?" No, I'm not a big fan. Brickheads are probably about as close as I'd get to Funko Pops in terms of liking them. And Brickheads are okay. I don't have a huge collection. I don't rush out of my way to get them. I kind of like the buildable figures better than Brickheads, but everybody has their own thing, and I know Brickheads are wildly popular. We probably are going to be getting the Mickey and Minnie Mouse ones, I imagine, for Clarkman. Here's a question I sometimes get from the idiot in a car. Do you like to do stop motion? I don't. I enjoy watching them, but it's just a tremendous amount of work, and it's painstaking, and it's very time-consuming, and that's not my style. My style is just to hit the record button and just start going, and that's what I like to do. Question from the Brick Kid. Should I sell my Legos? No. Never, ever, ever, ever sell your Lego sets. You will regret it someday. Plus, the money you get from it, you'll probably just waste on something, and then you'll have nothing to show for it. I mean, I could understand, like, if you're going to sell your Lego sets to do something that's sort of an investment in your future, like, here's what I would sell my Lego sets for if I were to sell them. Say you didn't have a good camera or a cell phone or something that could record video, and you wanted to start a YouTube channel. And the only way that you knew to get it was to sell your Lego sets off. I would probably do that. But even in that case, I'd probably find another means to get those funds. So I would probably try to do some work for people locally, maybe do something for a family member or something like that. You could try that as well. But I wouldn't necessarily go and sell my Lego sets for really anything. That's just me, though. Jim Blade says hi from Hershey Park. Very early morning in Hershey Park at 9 o'clock in the morning. Here's a question I think everyone knows the answer to. Do you like going on vacation? Yes. It's so nice. It's so nice just kind of getting away and experiencing new things and enjoying activities and stuff. The worst part of vacation, though, is if you're driving, is the drive there. And then I'd say the second worst part is coming back to your regular life and realizing you're just a normal person that doesn't get waited on all the time and cleaned up after staying in hotels. Pato Swag is going to Disney tomorrow. That's pretty cool. We're eventually going to be getting there. I want to wait until Clark's about 5 or 6 years old. I think that'd be the magical time to take him. A point where he'll still think it's magical, but also remember some of it, and also be able to walk around without any problems. So I think 5 or 6 will be taking a trip down to Florida. Jessica asks, how do I send you a package? There is I think the link is in the description right now if you want to go there, and if you want to send us any type of mail, we share everything that we get on our mail time episodes, which I typically do once a week. And if you send anything that's edible, I'll do it on Snack Detect. If you send anything that's buildable, I'll share it on either here or on my main channel as a video. And I do appreciate everybody that sends us stuff. It's really cool to get the letters and read those. It's really awesome to get stuff to build because that's content that I can make on my channel, and that really helps out. Mr. Queasy says, I love Lego, but where I live, it's so expensive. I think that's pretty much the same for everywhere people live. At least it seems that way. I guess it's really not that bad, but yeah, if you're collecting Lego sets, it's kind of an expensive hobby. I always advise people, if you're looking for probably the cheapest hobby to do, it's probably video games is probably the cheapest hobby. Once you get a system, actually playing video games is very inexpensive. If you buy, you can buy a game for $20, maybe. You can even go cheaper than that. You can probably get a game for $5 used, and you can play that for hours and hours and hours and hours. So that's probably the most inexpensive hobby you can have. Lego's a little more expensive, but I feel like it's pretty rewarding too. I feel like Lego's actually more rewarding than video games because when you're done with a video game, sure, you beat it, and the credits roll or whatever, and then you just end up back on the title screen or whatever. Whereas Lego sets, you build that up, you got something to show for it, you got something to display, you got something to look at, actually feel in your hands. I like that feeling. That's why I find Lego to be more rewarding than video games. Titanium J says, unless the game is Lego video games, or I'm reading several comments at the same time, unless the game is Lego Dimensions. Yeah, that one can be a little expensive. Oh, we got MC the Austrian Brick fan here. Welcome. Thank you for hanging out with us here. Brick Motion says, a few days ago I found a box full of bricks, catalogs, and one instruction manual, all from the 70s. I got 2 sets out of there, 126 and 654, a push locomotive, and a truck with a crane. The box was 75, or, 7 euros maybe? That's an incredible deal. Way to go, man. Brick Kid wants to know if I've seen the new Lego Technic crane. It's $300, but it's a monster. I saw that. I still have the Porsche to build, so that one's not on my radar. Sega confirms that the camera on your phone works really well, and it's free since it's already there. I recommend everyone, I know I get this comment all the time or question all the time on what camera do I use, what this, that do I use. I recommend everybody start out using what they have, and if you have a cell phone that's like 3 or 4 years old or newer, it probably has a camera that's good enough to record videos to YouTube that people aren't going to like run away when they see them. So just use that, get started. Question I get all the time, what's my favorite Lego set? That's Ninjago City at this point. I loved it. Here's a question from Idiots in Cars. How can I live stream? That's very easy. From how I do it is, well, you can do it in a number of ways. I think the easiest way to do it is, once again, from your phone. Just go to the YouTube app and you can click the little camera icon and it says go live. You take a little screenshot of whatever you want your thumbnail to be and you're live. It's more complicated on a desktop device, but yeah, it's super easy to stream. The one thing that I don't love that's been happening to me lately is the image is mirrored. It never was that way before when I've used my phone, and it's been a long time since I did, but when I just did our last live stream, which was when me and Clark were building Duplo, everything was mirrored, and it happened the last time when I did it from my phone as well. I don't know if there's a way to fix that, but I'm not a big fan of the mirrored images because everything is backwards and text is backwards. It just doesn't work. One by One Brick asks, am I getting any of the Harry Potter sets? At this point, I'm not. If I can get an amazing deal on them, I will. I don't know if that's ever going to come up. The one that I like the most is the train. That's probably the one I'm most inclined to get. I'm kind of looking at that micro scale castle that came out, and you know, it's kind of cool. It'd be one heck of a build. We'll see. But I don't have any really attachment to Harry Potter. I've never seen the movies, so that's the only reason that I am really not going for the sets. I think if I was a Harry Potter fanatic, or if I loved the movies, I would probably be rushing out to get them, because they are pretty cool sets. MC says, the big crane is awesome. I saw a video where a guy tries out what it's able to lift. That's pretty cool. He says the Caterham from Lego is a bit too much, but it lifts a lot. You know, Clark loves cranes, so maybe we can get that one of these days. The question comes up, do I have the new Aston Martin James Bond set? It's not on my list. Again, it's one of those sets that if I can get really cheap, I'll probably get it. But it's probably I'm not a James Bond fan again, so it's probably the least favorite of the, I guess, that creator style of car, that scale of car. My favorite's the Volkswagen Beetle. My second favorite is probably the one that I don't have, which is the Ferrari that I'm going to try to build myself using just random Lego pieces, probably from the yard sale haul you guys just saw. And then my third favorite's the Mini Cooper. I don't have the camper van. That's one I need to get to. When is the video on the main channel going to be out? I haven't recorded it yet. So later today, I'm going to be doing an update on the yard sale haul. I got everything sorted for the most part. Nation of Brick says you should do a Roxy Bear reacts to the RC Batmobile. That one I don't really want. I think it's kind of fugly, but Roxy definitely would love to react to an RC car. I feel like I could get a cheaper one or a better one for probably the same amount of money. Bram wants to know if he can have the Harvester from the $200 yard sale haul. I know what you're talking about. I think Clarkman might have actually taken that. There was another little Hot Wheels car in there and I think he may have snagged it. I'll have to check. He's been all over the non-Lego stuff, so it's actually been a pretty good investment in that terms too, because he's having fun with all these things, and it doesn't matter where it's Lego and non-Lego. If it's a cool element and a neat piece that he likes, he goes for it. And a lot of that Mega Block stuff and a lot of the stuff that I pulled out of there is things that are just like kid friendly versus just a Lego brick. He's been really having a lot of fun with the minifigs too. Titanium J wants to know when I'm going to start watching Ninjago. One of these days. I don't know when it's going to be, but I need to watch it, I think. Brickitect fan wants to know what happened to the video in Greg's World. I'll need more information than that. I'm not sure what video you're talking about. Because I didn't remove any videos. Luke says, just donate the fake Lego to an orphanage, even if it's fake, at least they have something to play with. Yeah, what I probably do, this is what I typically do, is I just put it in the yard sale. I put it in a bag and sell it super cheap at the yard sale, because somebody will enjoy it. Hate to see it just get thrown away. I probably should just save all the non-Lego stuff, and it'd be cool to show my collection of just like my boot Lego and all that stuff. But it'd be just a giant bin, and then I'd have to store it. So it's better just to get rid of it, because I don't really anticipate ever using it for anything with the exception of just showing it to you guys. J Lego Studio says Ninjago is very confusing. I'll have to watch it to find out. One by One Brick wants to know when my next drop test is. I don't ever intend to do a drop test. If I do a drop test, it's an unintentional one and one that I didn't mean to do. But those sometimes are the best ones. Mick D says I should try melding it. Yeah, I don't want to do that. That would be a good video though. That's like how you get viral videos, I think. You do some crazy stuff to Lego pieces. I need to find a viral video. I don't really have anything on Brickitect that really is like skyrocketed or taken off. I see some people that they make like these really cool videos and it's like it gets like 500,000 views, a million views. I'm like, man, I need to make a video like that. I do have those type of videos on Greg's World, but Brickitect I haven't had such luck. Maybe one of these days. But yeah, as far as the Lego yard sale haul, everything is sorted for the most part. I do need to go back through the Lego stuff again to get out like the little sneaky Mega Bloks stuff that gets in there, because I just did like a really rough sort. I didn't like analyze each piece. I did a rough sort. So I have that in a bin. I've got a pile of non-Lego. I've got a pile of just the stuff that's absolutely filthy. I've got a pile of minifigs, which I guess I'm gonna put them all together and I'm gonna showcase them on my channel. And I've got a bunch of base plates and I've got that book. So it actually turned into a pretty good score. I'll reveal today, I weighed it out again, I'll reveal today on the channel exactly what it weighed and what I have left here. Oh, Bricktech fan says, I don't see the Greg's World yesterday. Yeah, I didn't make a video yesterday. I spent way too much time live streaming. I should have probably used my time wiser and made a Greg's World video, but I'll be making one today. In fact, I'm probably going to edit one up here this morning, so you'll have to check that out. Rogue Runner's here. Haven't seen Rogue in a while. Hope everything's well. Right Guy says, once you're done cleaning the house, you'll probably need a new house. The only reason I'm going to need a new house is because my Lego hobby has overgrown the space that I have here. We're not there yet, but I could see us getting to that point. I just need places for shelves is what I really need. I'm just going to shelf every wall. Oh, I just noticed Maniac's here. Welcome to the stream, Maniac, for bricks. He says, out for the day. Probably out searching for some Lego deals, I bet. Thank you for hanging out with me. Got a comment about the pieces and how dirty they were. Actually, most of them aren't that bad. I mean, all those pieces from the haul need a good cleaning, but they're not terrible. Some of them are, like, you can tell the kid played outside with them. They just need a good cleaning, and I'm just going to take them out and spray them with the hose and put some dish soap in there. Hopefully clean them up pretty good. I'm actually thinking about just the regular bricks and stuff from it, just removing those from the haul, because I really don't need just basic bricks at this point. And if they are like kind of dirty, at the point that they would need cleaned like really well, it's not worth the time put into it. So I'll probably just keep those separate. But all the interesting small elements and things from there, and all the vintage stuff that I found in there, that's definitely worth having. And you wouldn't believe when you're trying to say I do get a yard sale haul, and I'm like, okay, there's a set in here. I've had so much success in completing those sets just by using previous yard sale and flea market parts and pieces. It's fantastic. It really helps. So I'm really thankful to have the stuff that I have, because it enables me to finish stuff that I wouldn't be able to ordinarily finish otherwise. Because not always when you find Lego sets in yard sale hauls are they actually complete. In most cases, there's pieces missing from there. And the disadvantage that I have with my Lego collection versus maybe some other people's Lego collection is that when I'm done building a set, I take it apart and I put it back in the box. So I don't consider those to be pieces that I can really mess with. I don't go to my boxes and open them up to pull pieces out. So I literally rely on everything that I've already found at yard sales. Here's a question from Pato. It's asked, why did I start doing YouTube? The reason I started doing YouTube was that I was really obsessed with YouTube. Like I found it fascinating that people could just upload whatever they want, and I really started following people that did vlogs. I found it interesting just to, like these people that did daily vlogs especially, that you could follow along with their days. And it was back when people that vlogged actually lived normal lives, not like the ones you see today where it's like, hey, I'm buying a Ferrari today, or hey, I'm gonna go shoot a 50 caliber machine gun and then jump out of a helicopter. It was like just a normal life, and I found that really fascinating. And I wanted to start sharing that. So in 2011, that's what I started doing on Greg's World, and I started documenting different aspects of my life and doing very cringeworthy videos at this point. But that kind of got me started, and I just kept going since then. So it's been one of those things that I've had a passion for a long time, and fortunately that passion has turned into something really special, and I'm thankful for that. One by One Brick asks, am I going to get the Ninjago City docks? If you watch my video of the sets that I'm planning to get this summer, I think you'll know the answer. KJ's World asks, how did you start liking Legos? And I have no problem with you saying Legos. If some people cringe or freak out when people say Legos, it's not a big deal. It was one of those things that's just always been a part of my life. My earliest memory is just having a big pile, sort of like what I have now, on the floor, and just building random stuff out of it. I don't remember the first set I got. I remember a lot of the sets from my childhood, but I don't remember the first set. I just remember having a giant pile of Lego, and I would just be building it and just having a great time. So it's been something that existed throughout my childhood, but then when I turned like 13 or so, I got out of it because it wasn't the cool thing to do, and people didn't play with toys anymore. And it's probably one of the biggest regrets that I have, because I missed out on a lot of awesome Lego sets and a lot of themes and things that, you know, I don't even know exist at this point without doing the research on them. But then we got back into it, and I'm more excited today than I've ever been about Lego. And I highly recommend anybody that, you know, if you're looking for a hobby or if you're thinking about collecting Lego, or I always talk about, I know a lot of these people and a lot of you that are watching this are younger kids, don't stop doing something that you love. If you enjoy doing something, whether it's Lego or anything else, this is going to be the takeaway from this. If you love to do something, don't let anybody talk you out of it. Keep pushing towards it. If you have a goal, you're going to get there. It just takes time and pressure, and the more effort you put into something, the better chances are you're going to get there. There's a little bit of luck involved with a lot of things, but you create your own luck in most cases, because if you put yourself out there, let's just say you want to be a full-time Lego YouTuber and do this for a living. You're not going to do that if you don't make that first video. And you're not going to do that if you don't have a passion for it. But if you do have a passion for something, push full on towards that. Don't let anybody stop you, and go all in. You know, I say that I'm obsessed with things. You have to be obsessed to be successful at something, is what I truly believe. And you can do what you want to do. You just got to keep pushing, and I believe in you. So I'm going to end it on that. We're almost at 30 minutes here. Hopefully you got a little bit of motivation out of this. Whatever it is, whether it's Lego or non-Lego, work your hardest towards getting to your goal. And let me know when you get there, because I want to see it. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me with this Good Morning Brickitectors. This is a weekly thing that I'm going to try doing here, and it's been going pretty well so far. Smash that like button before you leave, or don't if you didn't like it. Give me a dislike. And I will see you a little bit later today on Brickitect for our regular video today, which will be an update on the $200 Lego yard sale haul. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you soon.